I don't have a passion. Do you have a passion? Passion, passion, passion is what everyone talks about. Oh my God, it literally bores me to death. What is your passion? I don't freaking know. I'm gonna put the lollipop down. So I've never had a passion, and I used to ask myself this question, what is my passion, so that I could try and figure out what I should be doing for a career. But asking yourself this question is actually really overrated and makes you approach the problem in totally the wrong way. It's also really unrelatable. I don't know what the feeling of passion is for many things, except Arsenal, obviously. So in this video, I'm gonna talk through my career a little bit and 5 ways you can approach this problem of trying to figure out what to do for a career or a job without having a passion. The first thing, and by far the most important thing, is to recognize that passion is not the cause of a good life and career, it is actually the result of a good life design. So passion is something that we can generate by making good decisions over time to build a life that we love. Passion alone is not something that should be guiding your decisions. If I was led purely by passion, I would be trying to become a professional footballer, which would not be a good piece of advice, because trying to become a professional footballer is extremely competitive, extremely difficult, and I am not good enough. As hard as that is to admit, I was never even close to being good enough. I wasn't even in the first team at university, so it was a really stupid dream, but it was just what I felt most passionate about. Football has just always been the thing that I have loved, and like for so many people, it's such a big passion. But trying to follow your passion to turn it into a career is the wrong way to approach things. We want to try and build a life that we really love through aligning who we are, what we do, and what we believe. If all of those are in alignment, then we will have passion for our life and for the things that we are doing. So how do we do those things? Let's move on to the next step. The second thing in this list is explore and exploit. So the explore and exploit model is really, really simple. You basically explore loads of different options and you exploit the ones that you think will work. So what does exploring actually look like? Well, in your 20s or at university, you can try new things, get work experience, say yes to random opportunities, experiment with never things you've done before, trying to get a sample for all the different things that you could be doing for a career. It could be trying to work in a hospital, it could be volunteering for a charity, it could be doing work experience in a bank, it could be going to teach in a school or working as a football coach, or it could be making stuff online, like making YouTube videos or selling your services as a freelancer, like website design or graphic design or video editing. Exploring means trying everything and anything that you can. However, there is a limit to the explore and exploit model. You cannot explore every single option. So whenever I have done some work that I have really enjoyed, I have then tried to do more of that thing. I really enjoyed educational tutoring at university. I explored, I did it in my first year, and I actually really enjoyed it, and it was a good way to make money, so I exploited it and did that over the next few years. Sounds a bit intense to say I exploited it, but that's just the terminology we're going for. Similarly, through some exploration early on in my life, I realized that I loved football, so I exploited it for most of my life, and after university, I worked as a football coach, so I exploited that interest of mine. But crucially, I learned that I didn't want to be a football coach for the rest of my life and for my whole career, so I stopped and did something else. Then I tried management consulting for a year, and I really enjoyed that. I learned so much and exploited that option, but I decided that actually it wasn't quite for me. So I've now pivoted to working in the world of education more broadly, and I have started making these YouTube videos, and I'm now exploiting that because it's something that I enjoy. I think it's something that helps the world, and I also can make money. And so I'm going to exploit it because of those reasons. Basically, try lots of things and then figure out which ones you want to do more of. So the third thing is be open-minded. If you want to have a good career and you don't really have any passions that you want to pursue, then you just need to be open-minded about all the different things that you haven't tried and the possibilities that are out there that you don't know about yet. There are so many different realities and lives that you could live that would really work for you and that you would really love that you might not expect. There might even be things that you think aren't a passion or you think you really don't like that actually in certain contexts or in certain environments you'd actually really enjoy. For example, you might think that you would hate to be a lawyer, but actually in a certain law firm, you'd really enjoy it. Obviously, you do have to be clear about the things that you want to do and that are important to you, but always being open-minded that there are things that you haven't tried and things that could work for you that you don't know about. A massive, massive part of this that I still think is underappreciated is that the internet has broadened the range of careers by just so much. Even 15 to 20 years ago, things were so different because you still had this proposition of the career ladder ahead of you. But now with the internet, you can build a career for yourself that you really love through doing so many different things. The fact that you can work from anywhere and get paid to do basically anything on the internet and earn money doing so many different things just means that there are so many different careers that you could have. This is where the explore thing comes in again. You have to explore different options on the internet if you want that reality. If you want to do some kind of digital nomad lifestyle, or you want to make YouTube videos, you actually have to do it. You have to try it and explore your options. It's so important if you don't have a clear idea of what you want to do, that you actually try things. And being open-minded about the types of things that you're willing to try is a really important part of that. I was so scared, I really was, about making YouTube videos online. It really kind of freaked me out, and I was like, what if my whole world explodes? But I just thought to to myself, what if it works? What if in a year's time, 2 years time, I'm making some money and I enjoy it and it's working for me and there's just limitless potential with it? So that's one of the big reasons why I was willing to try it. Basically, just don't put too many labels on things and be careful about putting things in boxes and being like, I definitely don't like that thing, or I definitely really love this thing. Things can change, and context in the work environment and in your career is super, super important. And number 4 is get good at being lucky. So again, if you want to have a good career and you don't really have a passion, there are 2 things that you can do to increase your chances of being lucky and opportunities finding you. And they both involve using the internet, because the internet connects you to every single other person on the internet. And that means your number of opportunities and the things that are possible is so much bigger. So use the internet. And the first thing is to post online. And the second thing is to send cold messages. So the first thing, posting online, is basically just having some corner of the internet where you're doing something. Everyone has something to talk about. You might have no idea what you might want to put on the internet, but you could make a Twitter account, a website, a TikTok account, a YouTube channel, a podcast. You could write a blog, whatever it is. Having something that you can show people and send to people and people might find will just massively increase the chances of something interesting happening. This happens to me all the time now with the YouTube channel. People just send it to other people and say, oh, you might like this thing, or you like check out this video that Tintin made or whatever. And then people will message me off the back of that. And I've done nothing other than make the video and someone else has contacted me. All that kind of stuff is possible because of the internet, and people who have online presences, who have a presence online are getting extra opportunities and getting luckier because the stuff they've made online is working for them. And the other thing is sending cold messages. So if you don't want to make anything online, which is totally fair enough, it can be stressful, is sending cold emails and cold direct messages. So emailing the people that you might be interested in working with, or the companies that you might be interested in working for, or private messaging people on Instagram or Twitter, whatever. It could just be a message along the lines of, hey, I follow your stuff and I absolutely love it. I would love to be able to grab 50 minutes of your time for a coffee. Whatever field of work this is in, this kind of thing works, and you can just chat to that person and get to know people and make connections in the area that you're interested in. Doing those 2 things, posting online and cold messaging people, are how you create opportunities for yourself that will allow you to find things that you really like doing and find a career that you are really passionate about. Again, going back to the thing, we're not trying to find something that we're passionate about and make it a career. We're trying to find a career that we're passionate about. And the 5th thing is learn about yourself. So if you made it this far in the video, you probably know that you don't have a clear passion, and that is exactly how I felt. I don't have any clear passions. And so I've just decided over the past few years, I'm gonna really learn about the things that do excite me and the things that I think I am good at and the things that I think I'm not so good at, and the lifestyle that I want, and the things that I potentially don't know about and that I haven't tried, and the mental barriers that I might have about certain things. It's all this kind of thing that allows me to learn about myself and make better decisions as a result and build a career that I am really passionate about. This reflection process and learning about yourself allows you to get alignment in those 3 things we mentioned at the start: who you are, what you're doing, and what you believe. It means you can actively try get to a place where you're aligned on all 3 of those things, and as a result, you will be passionate about your lifestyle. Just gonna say it one more time in case you haven't got it: passion is the result of good life design, not the cause. There are so many different careers and jobs and lifestyles and versions of your life that you would really, really love. It is not about finding the perfect one. It's not about finding that passion and pursuing that one single thing. It is about building something that really works for you, where you feel energized and excited and like you're contributing to the world. So that is my kind of whistle-stop tour on finding a career without a passion. The thing that I'm doing now is working for a YouTuber and doing this writing. I was writing courses and writing YouTube videos now a little bit. I just never would have expected to be doing those things. And I actually think that they align on so many different levels with who I am and what I believe and that kind of thing. It's really so random. I just would never have expected that I would be doing this like even a year ago, but it actually ticks so many boxes for me. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing in like a year's time or 2 years time even. But I know that just if I go through this process constantly, I will always be doing things that I am generally passionate about. And because of the internet, hopefully I can make enough money on the side to be able to experiment and do lots of different things throughout my life. That is my grand vision. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you got something out of watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.